I always knew there was something strange about the basement of my new house. From the moment I moved in, I could feel it, a palpable sense of unease that lingered in the air like a thick fog. But I shrugged it off as mere paranoia, an overactive imagination that came with living alone in a big, empty house. But one day, while I was rearranging some boxes, I stumbled upon a door I'd never noticed before. It was made of dark, rotting wood, its edges frayed and chipped. At first, I thought it must lead to a storage room or a crawl space, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized it was something else entirely. There was something about that door that called to me, something that stirred a deep, primal curiosity within me. It was as if some part of me knew what lay beyond, and was urging me to find out. So I took a deep breath, turned the rusty doorknob, and stepped inside. At first, everything seemed normal. The room was dimly lit, the air thick with the musty scent of old books and decaying wood. But as I walked deeper into the room, I began to feel something shift within me. It was as if the very fabric of reality was warping around me, twisting and bending in unnatural ways. And then I saw it, the portal to hell. It was a gaping hole in the fabric of space-time, a swirling vortex of darkness and despair that seemed to stretch on forever. As I stared into the abyss, I felt something claw at the edges of my mind, a primal terror that threatened to consume me whole. But I couldn't look away. I was transfixed, mesmerized by the sheer horror of what lay before me. And as I stood there, staring into the void, I felt something stir within me, a dark, twisted hunger that I couldn't ignore. It was as if the portal had awakened something inside me, something primal and savage and utterly inhuman. And as I stepped closer to the edge, I knew there was no turning back. I could feel the darkness calling to me, beckoning me closer, promising me power and knowledge beyond my wildest dreams. And as I stepped into the portal, I knew that I was descending into the depths of hell itself. The next thing I knew, I was standing in a vast, cavernous chamber, surrounded by writhing masses of flesh and bone. Demons howled in the distance, their voices a cacophony of pain and suffering, and I could feel their eyes upon me, their hunger for my soul. And as I stood there, alone and terrified, I knew that I had made a terrible mistake. The portal to hell was not a doorway to power or knowledge, but a gateway to the very depths of hell itself. And now, as I sit here, trembling and alone, I know that I will never escape, for I am trapped here in this dark, twisted realm, surrounded by the horrors that lurk in the shadows. And as I close my eyes, I can hear them whispering my name, their voices a dark symphony of madness and despair. I discovered a mysterious door in the basement, and it led to hell, and now I am lost forever in its depths.